oh, it's not going to reach Tom Brady, or at least that's seems impossible for anybody to reach those heights.
Yeah.
But what I saw yesterday from Drake Maye in what was a terrible game, he was not great, but
Hasn't been great in the playoffs for the most part.
no, he hasn't. But he's done enough. Part of it is that what he's got, the draw that he's gotten, you got a backup quarterback when you played Denver. Like, they didn't get the toughest draw. But what I'm seeing in this very young man is, at the age of 23, doing things that a younger Tom Brady used to do.
So weird because I don't see it at all. Like, he's succeeding, right?
And that's it. Tom Brady, I think you forget Tom Brady, Pat, at the beginning of his career was not great. He was succeeding.
But just because two guys have success, it does not make them alike, right? Like, to me, take the success out of it, and they couldn't be more different, right? We're talking about a first-round draft pick with high expectations versus a guy with zero expectations drafted in the 6th round.
Good point.
We're talking about a young athletic quarterback who can get after it with his feet and is a physical player. That's just not who Tom Brady was at all. So, to me, as quarterbacks, they're just so different that outside of the fact that they he's playing for the same organization that Tom played for, and they're both having success early, that's, to me, where the similarities end.
The success with me and the similarities with the success and how they get there. And I remember watching, as a young kid, that Patriots' first Super Bowl, and I'm thinking, as I was an early football fan, early in my football days, and I'm thinking, Patriots aren't going to win this Super Bowl. Like, this guy came off the bench. This guy doesn't have the experience. There's no way.
If only it was the Rams, because that's a matchup with a young quarterback taking on a veteran quarterback, and the Rams and Patriots. Like that, the similarities there would be
right.
And
you got to have the defense to be. Tom Brady early in his career to win those Super Bowls had to have defense. Had to have the defense and just had to make the right plays and not make the wrong play, not make the mistake. Now, you can make the argument that he did make the big mistake against the Raiders, the Oakland Raiders at the time, with what
he'll tell you that now,
right? with the tuck rule. So they don't win that game, and who knows what happens with the Patriots in the future and Tom Brady? Who knows if he does? Maybe Drew Bledsoe is the starting quarterback again for them, and it's not Tom Brady moving forward.
By the way, when they had on Raise the Flags, that full circle moment where they were like, in a way, Tom Brady's responsible for both of our Super Bowls.
Right.
Because John Gruden losing that game ends up going to the Buccaneers. If not, who knows? If he goes on to win the Super Bowl with the Raiders, a trade doesn't happen.
Right. Chain of events. So
how weird is that?
It's bizarre. So do I think Drake May's jumping off the pages with his stats right now in the playoffs? No. Could he be the MVP of the league this year at 23? Yes. Does he win ball games?
That's different than Brady, too, getting that early MVP,
Not only that, he's the youngest player in the history of the game to lead the league in completion percentage. Yeah. He had a 72% completion percentage at 23 years old. That is incredible. So
they also strike me as completely different human beings.
Everything you said is true. Like, they are different humans, Pat. They're different. The draft pick, you nailed it. Like, the story couldn't be more different. But the way...
And the players.
And the players and who they are. But the way they win ball games, especially early in Tom's career, and the way I've seen early in his career this year, Drake Maye winning ball games, very Tom Brady-esque.
But isn't that the story of the young quarterback in the NFL? Like, you get to the playoffs and all of a sudden you realize, I better have some people around me. Like, remind me of the guy that went into the playoffs as a young quarterback and really took over.
Joe Burrow.
Ben, all right, but didn't win
Terrible
at all.
Defense, and he got sacked a ton, and he was Joe Burrow.
Like Ben Roethlisberger,
he almost did.
Ben Roethlisberger was dragged kicking and screaming to a Super Bowl when he was young because he just wasn't good enough. To me, that's young quarterbacks a lot of times that has to happen almost, more times than not.
But there are similarities here in the style in which they're and the heights that they're reaching. And if Drake Maye and the Patriots win the Super Bowl at 23, he could have an MVP under his belt and a Super Bowl title. And of course, he's not the same guy as Tom, but he could be.
I hate the Super Bowl matchup so much.
Hate it.
It's because I do not I don't know what it is either. They've never really given me a real reason not to like the Seattle Seahawks. I just don't like the Seattle Seahawks. But boy, do I want to see them win the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. And so I don't have to hear from my little brother and my friends. Oh, we'll win a couple years, but we're back on top. I don't want to hear that nonsense.
Anybody but the Patriots, I said last week, and now I really, really, really mean it in a couple
now I'm on
weeks.
board with you.
Anybody but the Patriots. Who do you think Russell Wilson, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, do you think any of the three of them are rooting against the Patriots? I think Bill's rooting against the Patriots. I think Russell's rooting for the Seahawks. I think he's fine. He loves his career there. I think wants them to win.
Yeah, so he's definitely rooting against the Patriots.
Yeah. I meant for the respective teams. My bad. I worded that incorrectly.
Right.
Tom Brady, I don't know if Tom's rooting for the Patriots.
I think he is.
I don't know.
I do.
Deep down.
Yeah. You see Gronk on the pregame? Like, we're going back.
He, I believe, is rooting for the Patriots.
Dude, Tom Brady, you just said it yourself. Like, what's the likelihood, even if he's really good, right? Because a lot of really good quarterbacks never sniff even a second Super Bowl, let alone a third, fourth, fifth. Like, what are the chances that Drake May even sniffs Tom Brady?
It's probably not.
Honestly, if I'm Tom Brady, I want Drake May to be great because he's never going to be as great as me, and he's just going to be a reminder that even when you have great, you don't have Tom Brady.